welcome to Bangin Gears. This is my first episode where we are going to take this bullet style mirror and we're going to put it on my Cobra. So if you have a Cobra, you know that the visibility and the blind spots are horrible. So side mirrors, even if it's just one on the driver's side, is better than none. The way that the seat belts, the shoulder harnesses strap you in so tight that your range of motion is only with your neck. You can't lift your shoulder to really look around, especially if there's somebody behind you when you're doing 60, 70, 80, 100 miles an hour. So side mirrors are going to come in handy. So we'll show you how to put them on, and should be fun and easy. So on the original Shelby Cobra, the side mirrors would go basically about there. But since mine is complete and I can't bring myself to drill holes in the paint, we're not going to do that. I figured out a way to mount it on the windshield side in the second set screw from the bottom. So it'll sit here, and we'll show you how to do that. So what we're going to need, and I'll put a list of everything in the description below, is I have these 3 steel spacers. You're going to need a metric screw, which you're going to cut the head off of, which look like this, basically. A couple of nuts to fit the screw, some steel lock washers, and some rubber washers, and some Loctite. And that's all you're going to need, and it's pretty simple, and we'll get started. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is, after you cut the head off the screw, and you have this, you're going to take the second screw out, which is pretty simple. Save all these pieces, because you never know when you're going to want to put them back. Okay. And this one, the one you cut, we're going to put that inside the mirror. So put the factory cut inside here. Just make sure it fits. And it goes on pretty good, but just for giggles, we're going to use a little bit of Loctite. Like such. Okay, so now with a set of pliers, okay, the steel spacers that we're going to use are going to slide out to about here. So you don't need the thread there. So don't worry about marring it. But we're just going to tighten it up a little bit without really over tightening. So the second step is to take one of these nuts, and we're just going to thread it on there. And then what you're going to do is just tighten it up a little bit. I know it's going to be a little hard to do because it's going to set inside the screw mount. Okay. And that puppy's not going anywhere. So the next step is you're going to have these 3 steel spacers. Find the camera. Okay. So these 2 are the same length. This one's a little shorter, and each one fits inside the other one. So the first thing we're going to do is take the small one and slide it over. And then we're going to take another nut and we're going to tighten that up. Oh, you're good. Okay. And that's not going anywhere. I like to to take the big washer and slide it all the way over to keep the other thing from marring up the windshield. Okay, then we're going to take the next barrel up, and it'll slide over and be flush with the screw, with the nut after we tighten it. And then this barrel is going to go over that, and all that's doing is making it a beefier size, because you don't want this little puny thing. It looks like your mirror is going to be attached with this little puny thing. So you're just kind of beefing it up a little bit with the different sized barrels. If you think that's good enough for your car, then just do that. But I rather see it a little thicker. And then I put the thin one, the small washer, on there. And then you're ready to take apart your mirror. We'll do that next. So with the mirror taken apart, which is real simple, there's just a bolt that goes in the back that threads on to the extension here. So you're just going to take the shell, and it's going to go through the larger of the 3 holes, like so. And with a lock washer and your nut, you're going to secure them on. And you're going to tighten it up. Get it in the position that you want it. Because they don't really vibrate a lot because of the rubber mounts. You don't want to over tighten it. But you do want the rubber washers to crush a little bit. Okay. And there you got it. So now you can put your mirror back together. As such. And there you have it. And there you have it. You have your mirror. It's going to touch here, but you're talking about there. And I really never have mine out past that far anyway. So just give it a good wipe down, and now you got side mirrors. I'm going to do one on the other side, but you don't need to watch that. It's the same process over again, and it's real easy. With the supplies you're going to need, maybe, I think it's like $10 per mirror in supplies, plus the actual mirror, which is like 40 bucks. And vast improvement. So I hope this project helps. And if it did, please like and subscribe. And we'll see you next time on Bangin' Gears.